Good morning, you guys. I just got back from my fasted cardio, and we're about a week and a half post-show, so it's Sunday. I just finished editing the show day vlog, so I mean by the time you guys see this, it's gonna be already up. But yeah, we're feeling good. Cardio has dropped significantly, so just 30 minutes in the mornings, 5 times a week, which is a lot less than I was doing during prep. So yeah, today we got kind of a busy day. I'm going to meet with my friend Sam to go over the new training split. Well, it's not a new split, but we're restructuring my workouts according to judges' feedback, which I will go over with you guys when I see Sam. But yeah, and then we're gonna hit back today, so I think we'll take you along with that. And but for now, I'm just gonna make meal 1. I think today I'm gonna go back to pancakes. I've been doing just like regular oats for the past couple days because I've just been too lazy to make pancakes, but I'm feeling pancakes on a Sunday morning, so let's do that. So like always, I just blended together my meal 1. I got 70 grams of oats in here, 200 grams of egg whites, 2 eggs, some salt, some stevia, and some baking powder. So I think we're gonna do peach oats today. Let's do it. Okay, so after completely making a mess out of the cinnamon, here she is in all of her glory. Clearly 70 grams of oats makes way more than 40. I'm excited for this. So I'm just gonna eat this meal. I have a couple of programs to create for clients, so I'm gonna do that while I'm eating. And then we will go meet up with Sam. All right, first bite, taste test. I already know it's gonna be good, but you know. All right, gotta get a peach in there. Everything. Cheers. So good. Hi guys, I'm back. I am with Sam. We are reconstructing my workouts according to judges' feedback, which I'll read you guys what the judges' feedback was. So he said, congratulations on earning your pro card at the universe this week. You brought a fantastic look, your shape is excellent as well as your posing, and you were in great condition. As far as improvements for the next level, we'll just want to see you with more muscle. You can afford to grow everywhere, but put the focus especially on your shoulders, more fullness, your back more density, and your quads more sweep. Don't lose this condition for your debut. In fact, you can bring it in just a touch drier. Keep working hard and best of luck in the pro league. So we're gonna reconstruct training to fill those suggestions and requirements.
There you go. So the first thing I did when you said all this, I thought about what you're competing in. I asked you to send me those stage shots, and then I put you up against Miss Olympia.
Oh.
Vitamin C, I believe her name is.
Yes, Sid.
So you're kind of there, except for everything they said.
Yeah, my shoulders, they just need to...
That's a maturity thing. It comes, you can't get it the first year. It's going to take time. We're going to incrementally get bigger and bigger, but yeah, we can give them a pop. I mean, that's pretty deliberate training, so...
Yeah.
But your legs, I mean, size, same, they're already there pretty much. You can do a little more on the sweeps, conditioning, a little tighter. Your back's there. Your waist is gnarly, but we're going to get you a bigger back and bigger delts, and that's going to make your waist come in, perception-wise. So, doesn't seem like a tall order for you to compete. Yeah.
It's really like looking at this side by side. She is the standard, so if we're just kind of going off of that, I think definitely shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to beef up your secondary shoulder day with the push day.
Okay.
We're going to reorganize your primary shoulder day. And it's, nothing's set in stone. We're going to see what you actually enjoy, because what you enjoy you'll do more consistently and more intensely, blah, blah, blah. So do you want to start with those days, or do you want to just go from the top? Because right now we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day split.
Let's go from the top.
Okay. So first day, back and biceps.
Mm-hmm.
So we had you were doing the assisted pull-ups, the low rows that we like to do, narrow grip lat pull-downs, single arm plate-loaded lat pull-downs. It's just the fucking titles. Anyway, all that, you can put it up if you want. So based on their feedback, overall bigger but more density. So for that, I think we should keep a couple of these things. For me, I think the narrow grip lat pull downs are the best way to start, because you're getting that full stretch, full lat contraction. I mean, it's perfect exercise. I would put that first as your warm up and your first intense exercise. I would keep the low plate loaded row of some kind. If you want to switch up to a barbell or that other machine that's plate loaded, it's chest support you kind of lay down on. It's like 2 hours of DMB.
Yeah.
That hits great. But so there's your full stretch, your width, and then I would go immediately into a neutral cable row. So for that's the grips, not wide, not narrow, but like neutral. Mm-hmm. And then I want to focus on holding the contractions. Okay. So it's a little bit lighter. You're not going to be banging it as much, but I've always been able to create more thickness in my upper back by doing pause reps. So you come in, full squeeze, 1, 2, let it out. And it's really just time under tension more so than moving weight. So I think that would benefit you there. That would be my third option I would suggest. And then I really like the way you do the supinated lat pull down at the angle. I think that kind of blew you up, so I'd keep that as a 4. And I've got this shit on my computer too. And then I'm curious what you enjoy doing. There's so many cool machines and free weights. I mean, if you're looking for upper back thickness, like the chest over the bench dumbbell rows, like at the incline I feel that amazingly, and I'm a big fan. But
have you tried the new back row machine next to the women's locker room?
I haven't, because there's always someone on it, but I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I kind of want to try that.
Good.
I really enjoy single arm cable rows. I know that's not really
I tried them yesterday for the first time.
Yeah. I know it's not really a thickness kind of thing, but
it can be. Put it at the end.
Okay.
But it'll be the same rules when we're doing the reverse grip, where it's lock that hip in, and then that's your standard pull from. So that's where you stretch, and no problem with that. So yeah, let's do single arm cable. Your biceps seem to grow just by thinking about it, so I would switch to an alternating dumbbell curl with the thick grips.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like for biceps and triceps, they're my least favorite to train.
Right. So we'll keep it straight and to the point. So that's a full bicep exercise. You get both heads. And then just a seated dumbbell curl, so you're forced to be strict, lighter weight, get a little pause on it, straight down, full range. That's all you would need there. But we'll type this up, I'm going to add one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. We'll throw something supersetted in there, but that covers everything because the narrow grip and the low rows are your width exercises. The neutral grip is your middle upper back, like kind of down by the rhomboids and lower traps. The single arm cable, it's going to be pretty much the same thing, and then the full range of the reverse. It's your off season, so you don't need to do that crazy volume as long as you can, manipulate the weight and like keep it intense, move through it. And I think it'd be better for you to have abbreviated workouts for a while.
Yeah.
Keep it to 50 minutes, an hour.
An hour, yeah.
So if we give you this and you want to try it for the first week and see if you can get through it in an hour, it's a good place to start.
Okay.
And then you give me the feedback and we'll adjust. That's that. I had an epiphany. You want to move on shoulders?
Yeah.
So my epiphany for myself that I'm going to pass on to you is it's really fun doing compound movements, but like the older you get, the less mobility your shoulders are going to maintain and the more damage you're going to do to your labrums and all the connective tissue. So
we already got issues with my
You're right. So let's get away from the dumbbell shoulder presses right now.
I agree.
And let's not worry so much about the weight of it. So I would say do either a Smith or a machine press and superset that with a front easy bar raise, just to get your delts out of the way, your fronts, because you've got great front delts and we don't need to prioritize that. We need to do your sides and your rears.
Yeah.
And then we get into the sides. And shoulder day now, I think I've got like 7 exercises for you because it's a volume thing.
Yeah.
Your delts are like your calves. You use them for everything, so you need to beat the living piss out of them. Sad but true.
I like heavy partials followed by like really light full reps.
Oh, so you've read my notes already? No, that's what actually that's what I suggested. So yeah, you're going to do the heavy partials, and we're going to do that really strict posture, traps down, chest up, and then you can either. I like to put the bench at a full incline and like just lean against it and do super long range of motion with like barely any weight, but chase that immediately. So you got your first superset for fronts, heavy dumbbell partials, and then light dumbbell full range of motion. So warm up with those. Once you feel good, and this isn't like a beat yourself to death on these. This is like the warm up to your side lateral, because then I want you to get on dumbbells and run the rack again.
Okay.
That's going to be your volume. So run the rack, and then the other day we were talking about, I don't know. Then I really like single arm with that machine, the standing one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because then you can actually lean into it. So grab the center post, lean, and then you can get that different range of motion. Because the machine or Smith machine upright rows.
Okay.
We talked about that. It's a fantastic way to blow up your delts once you're fatigued. So you basically put your hands wide enough where you can only go to like the top of your bottom of your ribs, bottom of your chest, and you pull up, and when you stop, you realize this is a full delt raise. It's a full lateral raise. So just continuing that full stretch without letting your traps come forward. So down, up. Again, I've loved them. They've really helped me grow, so I recommend that. And then for rear delts, such a small muscle, but I recommend single arm cable. We talked about that.
Yeah, I kind of felt that less than if I get on the pec deck and kind of sit sideways and do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So exact same thing, but then you've got the structure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you're doing that, good. But then I want you to do a heavy exercise.
Okay.
Which can either be on the pec deck and do heavy, just rear delt range of motion, which is like from tension to here. Mm-hmm. Or for me, the seated lat raise with the chest support, I like to just stand over top of that, and then it's kind of like the same thing, but you're down, let everything drop, and then just here.
Okay.
That's as high as you go. Straighten your arms as much as you can without locking your elbows, and just don't let it touch, and just keep that tension, but go fucking heavy.
Okay.
And just sets of 15, beat the piss out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I have issues with like face pulls and stuff for rear delts. I feel like I activate too many other.
Because the rear delt is such a little bitch muscle, and everything else that you would use to create that motion of pulling to your face is so big and strong. So, again, that's why we warm it up and we manipulate it with range of motion.
Still, for me, I feel like rear delts is better when I do any kind of like fly movement. So.
Yeah, because then you take out some of the bigger muscles, being your biceps and pulling, and yeah, it's limiting other muscles involvement. So it makes sense. But yeah, just bang out those two. But we didn't really do a heavy rear delt exercise in the past, and I think since you're going to be eating
A lot of food.
yeah, it'll be worth knocking that out. But and that shoulder day, that's a lot of shit, but 80% of it's sides.
Good thing I like shoulder day.
Yeah. And of course, we'll test it out and see what works, what doesn't, and move from there. Next day is posterior. Posterior starting low because safety. I would, start with your hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I would start here with a seated hamstring curl.
Okay.
So go right into Bulgarian split squats, since it's all about mind, muscle, focus, balance, all that shit. So you're warming them up, you're putting a bunch of blood in your hammies. Do your split squats, a nice long lunge. This is gonna be an interesting one. The single leg kickback machine next to the posing room. So done.
Never done kickbacks before.
Yeah, no, it's gonna really I started doing them the other day before I did hip press, and it just blew up my upper hamstring and tie-in. Up your lower glute, and then go into the pendulum squat. Not the quad one, but the
the power squat.
Yeah.
Next to the vertical.
Correct.
I like that one.
Yes, and you do it perfectly. So you do it like a box squat, push the hips back, knees go wide.
Yeah. That's the only squat variation that I feel in my hamstrings and glutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can actually push back. You don't have to worry about the balance, and then the weight just works.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, upper back density. So we'll give you a wide grip lat pull down, I think. Mm-hmm. Throw that in there with a wide grip cable pull over.
Okay.
And then what single arm variation do you want to do?
I like the prime machine that's next to the low row and doing that single arm.
Sold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a lot of this is going to be the same thing, where I want you to hold the contraction, let it up nice and slow all the way, full extension, reset. So, it's not going to be those sloppy reps you see me do. You're going to actually have to work. Just a thought. Chest, delts, triceps is your next day. Chest, you don't need much because you've already got quite a bit. But we were doing pec deck flies. I'd like you to switch to cable flies, high to low. And then some kind of an incline movement. I still think incline dumbbells are great, but if you want to protect your shoulders a little bit,
I like the Panada.
Yeah, that's the one I do. I think that's great. So I would stick to that. I'll program it in, but you'll do a drop on that.
Okay.
A couple drops. That's going to prime your outer suite, warm your quads up, keep you safe. Then I want you to go into the V squat. The V squat, I want your feet almost together, knees straight, just like that.
Okay.
So you're facing out, so you're facing away from the machine. Yeah, but that's going to be your big primary. And after that, it's either going to be vertical leg press or any other leg press of your choice, quad centric, and that's going to be deep. Anyway, so that's 3 quad exercises. It's pretty much the only 3 I used to do. But finishing leg day, this is almost exactly what I did last week, which is still killing my hammies. Single leg curls.
Okay. The standing or?
I like the other one. Standing, it's breaking the posterior chain. I want it completely broken off so you can really isolate where you're contracting it and not get your glute or lower back involved in any swing. And it's a pump, so not crazy heavy. But immediately from single legs into lying leg curls, so now you're straightening it out. This is where you're getting your heavier reps in, and you're swinging a little, you're cheating. Smith machine RDLs.
Okay.
So I know you're great with the dumbbell ones. I want you being a little more mindful of the stretch and slowing it down.
Okay.
So with Smith's machine, obviously you don't have to worry about balance, and the weight is straight up and down. So it's kind of your kneecaps under the bar, and then really just push my hips back as far as I can. You're a little shorter than me, so you might have to stand on a box or a few plates. But it's much more mindful of the ascent and then pulling up. So not a full lockout either, because I don't want your glutes to get involved, but
I never fully lock out my RDLs, and I get a lot of hate for it.
Okay, well, you have a pro card, and I'm pretty sure they don't, so they can suck it. So from that, think about what you just did. You did 2 exercises to fill them up. You did 1 exercise now that your muscle's completely full to tear muscle fibers out. So now I would go into another compound movement. For me, the hip press. That one you can really push your knees wide. You can go super deep. One thing to think about, I want your ass off the seat. Slide up on the bench.
Okay.
So your butt doesn't touch the actual seat. Just slide up the back pad. You'll thank me later. But do that, it'll stretch all the way up to your glute tie-ins. You're going to do that slow, controlled, super, super deep without your tailbone coming up. Especially with like the vertical leg press and all the other stuff, as soon as your tailbone comes off, you no longer have tension in your legs. Now it's in your lower back. And then you're just going to finish that up with walking lunges on the turf.
Okay.
Super slow, masochistic, no weight walking lunges. So, step, slow ascent, put the weight on that foot, contract all the way up, weight, big next step. That's it. That's generally it. Also, have you been doing your calf training?
No.
I would like you to do some calf training.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not going to blow up or anything, but we need to harden them up.
Okay.
Let's get that line in there. And that's 2 exercises, 2 to 3 times a week. And then with calves, the biggest thing is you only rest long enough for the lactic acid to get out.
Yeah.
So the second it stops burning and screaming, which is like 10 to 15 seconds after the set, go again.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be heavy. Just needs to hurt. Cool?
Cool. What is up? Alright, so we got our next meal going down, pre-workout meal. Rice, chicken, and broccoli. Gonna hit back in a few, so gonna eat this, let it digest, and head to the gym. 20.
8th grade dance playlist right now. When it was baggy jeans and white t-shirts. You should know about that. I know about it.
All right, so it has been some time. I went and trained with Carlos, as you saw, and then had a couple meals, programmed some new programs, checked in with some clients, and now I'm having my meal 5, which is so beautiful. One of my favorite meals. I love all my meals, actually. But it's just some rice, steak, some homemade guac, so like 50 grams of avocado in there. But I'm so bad at showing you guys my food. Okay. Homemade guac, some red onions, a little bit of corn, and some chipotle hot sauce on top. I got it from this local like orchard farmers market kind of thing. But they have like a little market there. It was made in-house, super fresh. You can see like all the pepper seeds in there. I love that place. I think I'm gonna go. It was where I went strawberry picking, and I think I'm gonna go back for peach picking because your girl's obsessed with peaches. But yeah, it was a great day. A little bit busy, but we love it that way. But yeah, that was my day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on breakdown of my judges' feedback, where I'm going moving forward, and a little bit of back training. So we're gonna eat this meal, program some more for clients, and then eat another meal, and then it's bedtime. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I promise I'll try to get back to all my comments this time around. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next vlog.